Hello and welcome to Web3 Diaries. I'm your host Roshni Shingre.
Hello, I'm your host Shikha Singh, giving you your daily dose of news snippets from the Web3 universe.
Hello, I'm your host Vishakha Thakur. Let's start with the news for today. The US Securities and Exchange Commission has been ordered by a US court to respond expeditiously after a complaint from the cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase that the SEC needed to explain how it applies securities laws to digital assets. The Third Circuit Court of Appeals has said the SEC must file its response within 10 days. Coinbase may then file a response 7 days thereafter. Coinbase has argued that SEC provides insufficient regulatory guidance for US companies operating in the crypto sector, saying the commission should at least say how the rules should be adapted to regulate digital assets. The crypto exchange referred to a 2022 petition asking for formal rule making within the digital asset sector, to which the SEC is yet to respond. The 10-day deadline ordered refers to SEC's requirement to provide a legal basis for why it has not responded to the petition. Meanwhile, regulatory uncertainty in the United States prompted Coinbase to launch the Bermudian-based exchange shortly after receiving approval to operate from the Bermuda Monetary Authority. Coinbase Bermuda Limited holds a Class F digital assets business license under the Digital Assets Business Act. The new exchange, launched by America's largest crypto exchange, will enable institutional users based in eligible jurisdictions outside of the US to trade perpetual futures. Despite the regulatory challenges in the US, Armstrong made it clear that Coinbase has no intention of leaving its home market. However, the company has been exploring alternative financial hubs such as Dubai, Singapore, and Hong Kong, which have become increasingly attractive to crypto entrepreneurs and investors due to their welcoming regulatory landscapes. Over to you, Roshni.
FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried filed pre-trial motions to dismiss majority of the charges he faces late Monday. Bankman-Fried, who is set to go on a trial this fall, faces over a dozen different charges ranging from wire, securities and commodities fraud allegations to bribery claims. The charges were brought across multiple superseding indictments tied to his conduct as a former CEO of Bahamas-based crypto exchange FTX, which collapsed dramatically last November, filing for bankruptcy alongside nearly 100 related firms and subsidiaries. In his pre-trial motions, Bankman-Fried's attorneys moved to dismiss charges to conspiring to commit wire fraud on FTX customers, conspiracy to commit wire fraud on Alameda Research lenders, and conspiracy to commit bank fraud on grounds that prosecutors did not state an offense for failure to allege a valid property right. They also moved to dismiss the bank fraud conspiracy, unlicensed money transmitter operations, unlawful political contribution, and bribery charges on discovery grounds. A third motion was also moved to dismiss the fraud charges tied to FTX customer and the unlicensed money transmitter charges for failure to state an offense. A final motion seeks to dismiss the bribery and political contribution charges. Bankman-Fried's attorneys did not seek to dismiss charges alleging conspiracy to commit securities and conspiracy to commit money laundering. Mark Cohen, Bankman-Fried's lead attorney, had previously hinted at the motions to dismiss during an arraignment, telling the court that his client is not acknowledging that he can be tried on the charges brought after the extradition. Bankman-Fried pleaded not guilty to other charges brought across previous indictment. In a memorandum of law supporting on motions, Bankman-Fried's attorneys wrote that he agreed to extradition based on a list of charges, which did not include some of the charges later brought against him. The FTX debtor and their outside counsel continue to make extraordinary effort to help the prosecution that go far beyond mere cooperation with the criminal investigation, the filing said. Over to you, Shikha.
Crypto exchange Bittrex has filed for bankruptcy in the US state of Delaware on Monday, months after announcing it would wind down operations in the country and weeks after being sued by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Seattle-based Bittrex ceased operations in the United States on April 30th, and it said the bankruptcy filing would not impact Bittrex Global, which serves customers outside the United States. The company's non-US operations are based in Liechtenstein. As per the exchange, it has more than 1 lakh creditors with estimated liabilities and assets both within the $500 million to $1 billion range, according to a court filing shared by Rendell Rees of Chapter 11 Dockets, a bankruptcy tracker. Bitrex's US branch has had a rough 2023 so far, laying off 80 people in February and announcing in March that it would end all operations by the end of April. These changes have not affected Bitrex Global, the non-US crypto exchange. Despite Bitrex's impending exit from the US, the SEC sued it in mid-April on allegations it operated a national securities exchange broker and clearing agency. The SEC also sued former Bitrex CEO Bill Shihara and Bitrex Global. Bitrex Global CEO Oliver Lynch said last month that the exchange intended to fight these charges in court, but a bankruptcy proceeding would make it more difficult. Bitrex is the latest crypto entity to file for bankruptcy, joining fellow exchange FTX and a host of lenders like Celsius, Voyager, and BlockFi. That's it in today's special segment. For more such updates, keep watching Free.TV. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe to our channel. Do press the bell icon for more such updates. Thank you.